Let me know in the comments section, was Ronnie Coleman the strongest IFBB Pro bodybuilder of all time, or is somebody beating him now? Maybe I'm not aware there's somebody stronger than him. And overall, who's the strongest? Is it in fact Larry Wheels? Coach Greg, and who is stronger, Larry Wheels or Ronnie Coleman himself? Well, today's video, we're going to look back and compare them. We're going to see them at their strongest, at their best, their pinnacle. Who was in fact stronger? Ronnie Coleman is arguably the strongest IFBB Pro bodybuilder of all time. Larry Wheels, a legend of strength. Both of which began their respective careers as powerlifters and eventually transitioned into bodybuilding. Ronnie Coleman stuck to bodybuilding. Larry Wheels, on the other hand, tried strongman competition and more recently, arm wrestling. But over time, historically, let's see, who is in fact the stronger man?
396. I remember I used to do this pretty much all the time. Most I ever did was like 12 reps.
And first up, the incline bench press. Larry Wheels, 395 for 17 reps. Ronnie Coleman, I used to do this all the time. And I'm thinking, really all the time? I never realized he was that strong on the incline bench. But afterwards he says 12 reps is how many he could get. So Larry Wheels ahead by 5 reps on the incline press with about, no big deal, 400 freaking pounds.
Now this is 485. This was always one of my favorite things to do. I think I did about 8 reps with that.
Next up, bent rows, 5 plates, 485 pounds. Larry Wheels, 11 reps. Ronnie Coleman loved this exercise, was extremely strong, however, only got 8 reps. So almost as strong as Larry Wheel, but just slightly below.
This is the 853 for 3. I did 800 for 2.
And Larry Wheels, 853-pound deadlift for 3 reps. And in comparison, Ronnie Coleman, arguably his most famous lift of all, 8 million views, 800 pounds for 2 reps, lightweight. What's funny is he struggled to get the second rep. He did it perfectly, but he just struggles. He's screaming. He's trying so hard to get the weight up, and lightweight. Ronnie Coleman, a lifetime worth of memes, very entertaining lifter, lifted incredible weights, and just look at the muscle density, the thickness, the shreds. It looks like the muscles are going to burst out of his skin as he's lifting this weight. You have to admit, just the sheer size that Ronnie Coleman has, you expect him to lift that much weight.
Yep, I did 170s here for like 4, I think. He's doing 187.
And what about dumbbell shoulder press? Well, Larry Wheels, 187 pounds for 4 reps, and in comparison, Ronnie Coleman, 170 for 4. So just slightly weaker in this exercise, but both extremely strong, unbelievable.
I've never, ever done anything even remotely close to that.
And up next, a log press, 313 pounds, or about 3 plates aside on a barbell for 10 reps. Ronnie Coleman, admittedly, has never tried this before, has no idea whether it's very hard or very easy. How do you compare this to lifting with a barbell?
I did seated presses. I think I did like 10 reps with 315.
However, he has done seated shoulder presses with a barbell, doing 3 plates, 315 pounds for 13. So I'm gonna have to give this one to Ronnie Coleman, considering he was doing them seated. When you're standing with a log, you can push with leg drive. It's a lot easier when using your legs. Also, your hands are not all the way to your neck. When you're doing a log press, it's actually at about ear level. It's not as hard as you actually think. And what about my best? Well, I did the log lift before, 225 for 15 reps. Actually easier than I expected because you don't have to go all the way down. The bar sits on the chest, hands are higher, and you only really have to lock out. Use some leg drive, not that hard of a lift. And that's for me. I'm not that great of a shoulder presser. Much better at bench pressing, and so if I can do 225 for 15 reps, makes sense that Larry can do it for 10 or more with 3 plates.
This is 220 for 50. I did 225 for 70.
And up next, my best lift by far, bench press for reps. I did 225 for 54 reps. We have Larry Wheels doing 50 reps. Larry Wheels can do way more than 50 reps. I do believe that this was done at the end of a workout when he was already tired, exhausted. I have no doubt in my mind that Larry Wheels could get at least 70, 80, maybe even more reps with 225 on the bar. I wouldn't be surprised if Larry Wheels could get 3 plates for 50 reps. Larry Wheels, a phenom on the bench press. I do believe he's bench over 625 pounds. And 4 plates for at least 20 reps. 3 plates aside, I don't know how many, but I would estimate he could get at least 40, perhaps 50 reps. My PR with 3 plates, 33 reps, and 2 plates, 54. Larry Wheels, in no way can he only do 50 reps with 2 plates.
Well, this is incline, so this might be a little bit heavier, but I did the flat one, 73 reps.
I remember in my younger years opening up a magazine, seeing Ronnie Coleman bench pressing 225 for 74 reps. I was fascinated with the bench press, in particular lighter weights for high reps, like in the NFL Combine, the bench for reps competition. Ronnie Coleman, 70 plus reps. I remember I was thinking it was 74. He says 73 here. Unfriggin' believable. But I do believe that Larry Wheels could outdo that.
Front squats, I did 585 for 10. This is 485 for 10.
And what about front squats? Larry Wheels, 5 plates for 10 reps to parallel. In comparison, Ronnie Coleman's done 6 plates, 585 pounds for 10 reps. However, I do believe that Larry Wheels was going lower, a little bit deeper. It's a lot easier when you're not squatting to parallel. So hard to say if Ronnie Coleman was better at front squats than Larry Wheels, but he has done 10. Larry Wheels 10 with a significantly lighter weight, so you got to give this one to Ronnie Coleman.
Well, this front squat is a difficult movement. The hardest thing about it is holding it up on your shoulder.
And the hardest part of the front squat, Ronnie Coleman says, keeping it up on the shoulders, as you've seen with Noel Diesel training with Larry Wheels. So when doing the front squat, be very careful, keep the elbows high, do not lean forward. You don't want to dump the weight on the floor.
Most I ever attempted on the incline was 405. I never just tried to see how many I could do.
And incline bench, Larry Wheels, 485 pounds for 7. I do believe he could actually lift a lot more than this. Not sure, but he has 7 reps, and Ronnie Coleman says he's never tried more than 4 plates. He says if he can't get 10 reps, he doesn't want to lift that weight. Didn't want to risk a pec tear. So essentially, Ronnie Coleman never ego lifted on the bench press. Too much risk for injury. Doing higher reps, but he could do 405 for about 10 reps. Comparison, Larry Wheels, 485 for 7, clearly ahead of Ronnie Coleman.
This is a 700-pound deadlift. He did 10 reps. I think I did 700 for like maybe 5 or 6.
And deadlift 700 pounds for 10. I do believe that Larry Wheels can actually do more than that. Ronnie Coleman says maybe 5 or 6 reps. These guys are very strong, but don't have as much repetition endurance. 7 plates I've done personally, 10 or more reps. Although it's sumo, I know it's cheating, the whole thing, but I have in fact done 700 for 10 or more on the deadlift.
He got his deadlift down real good. Probably one of the strongest deadlifters I've seen ever.
Eddie Hall and Thor Bjornsson, the Mountain, both of which deadlifting about 1,100 pounds. They've entered a chat. Has Ronnie Coleman ever seen them deadlift? Pretty sure Eddie Hall and the Mountain could easily do more than that.
Now this is probably one of the craziest things I've ever seen. This is a 1,000-pound carry. If I was to attempt to do that, I think I could probably do 1,000 pounds.
And what about the farmer's walk? Larry Wheels, 1,000 pounds, walking around, no problem. Ronnie Coleman does believe he could do that, but not as easily. It's not a movement that a bodybuilder would do. Doesn't seem the safest. Probably something you should stick to if you are a strongman competitor.
That is extremely heavy. I've never even tried that. One of the most impressive things I've ever seen in my whole life. I think he's the only guy in the world that can do that.
And Ronnie believes Larry's one of the only guys in the world that can do that. Actually, most strongman competitors at the top level can quite easily do a 1,000-pound farmer's walk for reps, walking around. They can actually somewhat jog this weight, the best guys, but hey, he's not a strongman competitor officially. Larry Wheels good at everything, and he probably hasn't practiced very much. I would believe Larry Wheels could carry this on his first attempt, 1,000 pounds, and walk around with it. He is quite literally that strong.
I was way ahead of your time, but you are truly the strongest guy I've ever seen in my whole life. And I've seen a lot of strong guys, but...
And I do believe Larry is the strongest powerlifting, strongman, bar wrestling phenom, able to do a bit of everything. There are people stronger than them, specifically who only powerlift or specifically only do strongman, but to be able to do a little bit of everything, I do believe Larry is the strongest overall of all time.
Truly unbelievable strength right there. Truly unbelievable.
Let me know in the comment section, was Ronnie Coleman the strongest IFBB pro bodybuilder of all time, or is somebody beating him now? Maybe I'm not aware. There's somebody stronger than him. And overall, who's the strongest? Is it in fact Larry Wheels? And let me know, is Larry Wheels in fact the strongest overall? When you factor in powerlifting, strongman, bodybuilding, arm wrestling, all factored in together, is anyone overall stronger than Larry Wheels? Ending it here. GregDoucette.com for coaching. Greg Doucette, IB Pro. The bloops, as usual, harder than last time supplements, including Turkesterone, Turk Builder. You can get that. Click the link in description. Circle Diet Book. It's not a cookbook. The cookbooks, of course, always there. Training books, coaching plan, me and my team. Subscribe, click the bell button, and comment for the algorithm. And until next time, I'm out.